everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on all types of topics related to narcissism. So if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I would really appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. It's a free way you can help me out, and definitely don't forget to leave a comment because I like to read what you have to say. So in today's video, I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with my divorce and also talk a little bit about when you're married to a man-child, what that really means. This will be part of my Crazy Narcissistic Ex series because my ex is a man-child. He's a pathetic and miserably inadequate man. My ex comes from a wealthy family and he feels entitled to the benefits of somebody else's success. My ex never grew up. He's never taken responsibility for his actions. He's lazy, a liar, selfish, abusive, and above all, a narcissistic mama's boy. He wants all the benefits of an adult with all the responsibilities of a child. His parents have fixed every problem he has ever created, and that continues to this day. He's going to be 48 years old next month. Now, I mentioned in the video I made with Joe on Monday that I had news related to my divorce, which I will share with you in a minute. I also have additional news that I found out this afternoon related to my divorce, which actually left me so devastated that if it wasn't for Joe talking me off the cliff, I'd be crying my way through this video right now. Some of you may know, or some of you do know, that I left my ex for good in December. Prior to December, I had been separated from him for 2 years. During that 2-year period, he did not take care of his children financially, emotionally, in any way. He didn't see the kids, ever. He didn't see them, talk to them, give them gifts for their birthdays, Christmas. They were completely ignored and ostracized by their narcissistic father. He did not contribute to them financially. I did. I went back to work. I paid the bills. That's what I did. My ex did nothing. My son needed $5,000 worth of dental care, orthodontic care. I paid that. Needed a new car. I bought the new car. I hadn't even worked. I went back to work till I could do these things for my family. My kids and I spent the last 2 years completely alone with no family help at all. But we thrived. We did it. We were okay. It got to the point where I couldn't be married to the person. I couldn't wait to divorce him. I didn't have the money for an attorney. Finally, I had the money for an attorney. I hired an attorney over the summer. I was ready to go with the divorce because I knew I had to leave. My attorney had advised me, and this is the way it is, I believe, in every state, definitely New Hampshire. When either party files for divorce, both parties are stuck in wherever they are. So in this case, my ex now would be in New Hampshire, so we both had to be in New Hampshire. Because I had possession of the minor child. I have 2 children, but only one's a minor, so I'm referring to my child, that's why. So I was the one with possession of the child. So my ex had a right as the father to tell me where I live, where my son goes to school, where he goes to the doctor, where he goes to the dentist, where he gets to the orthodontic care, who his friends are. And I can understand that when there's a relationship, but it doesn't matter. There is always a relationship according to the court. All my ex has to do is say, well, yeah, I want a relationship with my son, and that's all that matters. He can tell me whether or not, my ex can tell me whether or not I can leave the state, or a judge. Now, my lawyer also told me that judges in New Hampshire are stodgy old men who believe that women should take care of themselves. They're not on women's side automatically. So this is what I was looking at. I was also looking at being homeless because my mortgage was $3,100 a month. I could not keep paying it. My ex did help out with the mortgage occasionally, but not always. And I would always have to ask him for money. Every 2 weeks, I have to ask him for money to help pay for that. He didn't help me with anything else, and the mortgage was in his name. That is why he helped me with that. I was completely alone, but my kids and I did well. But he didn't have anything to do with the kids, and I wasn't going to suddenly pretend he was a father. So I needed to make the decision before I filed for divorce where I was living, and I decided I had to leave the state for my own safety, for my kids' safety. So in December, on December 24th, my kids and I left the state. We left the house. We abandoned the house. It was a traumatic experience, but it had to be done, and the kids and I are doing very well where we are now. However, as you can imagine, the crazy narcissistic ex is not too fond with this. The 2 years I lived alone with zero help from him, he never saw the kids, he didn't ask about them, he was not concerned about them. Suddenly, he's concerned now that I'm out of the state. Now, not initially though, so I'm going to kind of backtrack and fill you in exactly where I am on this. When I left on December 24th from New Hampshire with my kids, I wanted to leave divorce papers on the kitchen table for my ex. My attorney told me, no, don't do that, because if you do that, it's going to look bad. And what we want, she's like, is for you to wait a month. I want you to wait a month before she's like, at least a month before you file for divorce. File for divorce, and we can show that your ex never asked for the kids in this whole month period. Like, he didn't ask about them. So reluctantly, I agreed. I felt like I didn't have any choice, really. Several of you told me it was a mistake. Don't do it. File, because you're giving him power. Now he has time to figure out what he wants to do. And of course, whoever said that, you were exactly right. That's exactly what happened. Come the middle of January, I had started trying to get my lawyer to get the paperwork done. I was ready. I was ready, like I told you, in December. So by January, my God, I wanted to get this done. I wanted to file for divorce. It took her until March to file for divorce. I was so upset about this. My kids were so upset about this, but it was done finally. And I felt good about that. I was like, all right, you know what? I did it. Like, here I was. I used to be the codependent person. And now I left the marriage. I filed for divorce. I'm starting over with my kids. I have a new life. This was great, fantastic. So I felt good about it. I showed you on the channel, like, here's my paperwork. I did it. I had everything notarized. My kids and I went with me when I had everything notarized. We were happy. We did this as a family, the three of us. We got it done. We felt good. Yay, here we are. We're on our way. We're on our way to freedom. My kids don't have to be afraid anymore. It's almost over. And this is how we felt. Then, several days later, I got served with divorce papers. So I was so confused. Why would somebody do this? How could they do this? What the heck is going on? So I just thought it was some weird thing my ex was doing, trying to assert, like, oh, I can file for divorce too. I told my attorney about this, and she's like, well, send me the paperwork that he sent you. So I sent it to her, and over the weekend, and this is what I was going to say on when I was doing the video with Joe, what I was talking about. Over the weekend, I get some information from her. She had responded to what he had said in his divorce papers. So I get this, and I was a little bit confused. I'm like, what the heck? Why am I responding to this? I filed for divorce first. He should be responding to what I say. And so I said that to her. I sent her an email telling her that. I'm like, well, why are we responding to him? What about what I did? Well, I found out yesterday that, guess what? I actually didn't file for divorce first. My ex did. Now, I'm going to just backtrack a minute. On February 8th, I had received a strange email from my ex. He sent me an email asking me, well, it was weird. It almost was like, the way he worded it, it sounded like we had been in regular contact. Sharon, it's been a month since you've gotten in touch with me to inform me and to give me any information on the kids. So it was something like that. And he's like, I can't be sure that they're in school, that they're safe, that they're being taken care of. Your word just isn't enough for this. I'm really going to need proof that they're still alive, or something like that, he said. It was so ridiculous. He wasn't worried, like I said, he wasn't worried about them when I was living in New Hampshire. But now that I'm out of the state, suddenly, like, I don't know, maybe the kids aren't okay. Maybe suddenly I might hurt them. Like, he's the psychopath, but maybe I might hurt them. So my lawyer told me to send him a video of the kids. So I sent him a video of the kids on February 8th. They said it. It was like, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. It's February 8th. And they went on to say in the video that they did not want a relationship with their father. I hated my kids making this video. It was horrible. My ex has traumatized these kids. It never ends. And he has gone further too since then, which some of you know about this, but I'll bring it into the video as well. So here's my ex. I sent him the video, and he didn't know where I lived. He's abusive. He's been abusive in every possible way. So he knew the town and state I lived in, but he didn't know the exact address. Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, my ex is a man-child. His parents are paying for a high-powered divorce attorney. Now, we don't have a lot of assets. It's not necessary to have a high-powered divorce attorney, but they're trying to punish me. They're doing everything they can to hurt me. And one of the things they did was they found out, they probably hired a private investigator, found out where I live, and they sent the police to the front door. They sent the police to Joe's house to check on the kids after they got the video showing that the kids were just fine. It was an intimidation move. I know it was an intimidation move, but it traumatized my kids. That's the second time they've been woken up by the police. This is the type of game that my ex plays. He wants to play games. He wants to do anything possible to upset me. Now, in his divorce papers, he has insinuated, now he hasn't asked for any time with the kids. He hasn't asked for any time with my minor child at all. He knows he's not going to get it. The reality is that in a divorce, basically everything is split 50-50, including the children. But once your child is at a certain age, and 15 is definitely that age, the child gets to decide who they live with. So my ex doesn't have anything he can do. He can't force our son to be with him. But what he can do is accuse me of being a bad mother. So he's mentioned that he wants the court to come up with a parenting plan. He wants me to be taking parenting classes. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he got CPS, Child Protective Services, involved in this state, just to make sure. My ex knows I'm fine, but he's trying to intimidate me and harass and hurt me. He's doing this with his parents. Now, when I think about a grown man having his parents pay for his divorce, getting his parents involved, especially, I have to say, it doesn't matter actually, but I guess it matters in this way. I was good to his parents. I was good to him. I was a good person. I essentially was the doormat of the family. I made everybody else happy. It's not like they could sit here and have a whole litany of problems with me, but what matters and what everybody has to remember, if you are with a narcissist, their family will never be on your side in a million years. Everything is about the narcissist. You are supposed to be the good little boy or the good little girl, good little boy, good little girl, and shut up. That's exactly how they want you to live. It's a horrific existence. In order to be free, you have to break free. You have to get out of that. I finally did that, but my ex is trying to rope me back in. He's trying to harass, abuse, and harm me. So when I found out that I actually didn't file for divorce first, I was distraught. So Joe did make me feel better. He's like, Sharon, you did though. You did file first because he didn't send anything to you until he found out what you were going to do. He's such a wimp. And yeah, that's true. That's true. It made me feel better. But my God, I wanted the whole package, and my lawyer messed that up for me. So that's where I am right now. I am waiting for the next step, where I guess I have to okay the things that she sent. I had some corrections on it, and I had asked about responding to what I wrote, and then she told me today that actually he filed for divorce. I didn't. So I wasn't too happy about that. I was actually very upset about that. So I guess the next thing is we respond to this and take it from there. But yes, I am gearing up. I'm expecting that there's going to be some problems related to my parenting skills. So I will let you know about that. But the good news is that I'm in a good supportive place. I have people that love me here. My kids are doing well. My ex is on his way out. And I just have to keep remembering that, moving forward, praying, having a good relationship with God. That's what I'm trying to do. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do this the right way. I'm trying to be strong. I'm trying to be there for my kids. I'm trying to be there for Joe as he goes through his divorce. We're trying to help each other. Trying to make everything good. But my God, when you are with a narcissist, and especially a narcissist who never grew up, who doesn't know reality, who doesn't know what an adult is supposed to do, doesn't know how he's supposed to treat his family, they will act disgusting. So there you have it. I'm enjoying a nice, fun divorce from my crazy narcissistic man-child ex. So if any of you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments, and I will see you in Friday's video. Joe and I are going on a little road trip this weekend. I put it in the community page that asking if you want us to do a video on the road or on the trip. we're going to be on the road for a while, so I think it would be we could maybe make a video, give us something to do. So if that sounds good, give me a thumbs up in the comments. And I hope everybody is well. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in Friday's video. God bless everybody.